Hello YouTube, long time. Today in this video I will be talking about the dyno on my remapped car. So 2 years ago I installed this dual channel Dieseltronic tuning box. It's called dual channel because it controls both the fueling of the engine as well as the turbo. As per their claims, this is very rare. In fact, even my research showed that most of the tuning boxes control fueling. When I was buying, maybe right now there are other options. So at that time I made all this while I was in Hyderabad and there was no dyno there. So I did my MBA in ISB, moved to Bangalore recently, and the first thing I did was I took it to a dyno. I was very curious how much it made. So initially I called up the Dieseltronic guys themselves, but I guess they were moving to a new dyno, so their dyno was unavailable. So they redirected me to Race Concepts, which is again in Bangalore. This is the dyno report. So let the graph stop. So basically, as per Dieseltronic claims, the max HP, the max gains, not the max HP, around 25 to 30%, which is what we see. If you see around 4500 RPM, the car is making more than 20 horsepower on the dyno, on the wheels. Assuming 20% transmission losses, this would come to about 25% or so on the crank, and the peak HP is around 16 horsepower gain, which on the wheel. So that is around 20 horsepower on the crank. Now some facts here. During the dyno, okay, so this dyno report was done in second gear. There was another dyno which was done in third gear, and in that the peak HP came to 133 horsepower. I have read on the blogs that in Ford Figo the first two gears have torque limiter to save the gearbox. So I'm not really sure if this is the best benchmark, but as in any dyno, it's the step jump which matters. So even here, so okay, in third gear the P2 mode. Okay, so for those who don't know, this tuning box has four modes. One is economy, one is stock, another is P1, another is P2. So the run 1 is in stock mode. Right now you see around 97 horsepower, and run 2 is P1 mode, which is making around 105 horsepower. So that is around 8 HPs more. So around 10% gain on the crank, assuming 20% loss. And P2 is 16 horsepower more, so that's around 20% more on the crank. So in third gear it was making around 133 horsepower, but in stock mode it was putting around 116, 117, which kind of made us doubt if there's something goof up with the dyno or whatnot. So they did a run in second gear, and in that the stock mode made 97 horsepower. So they said this is more credible. Again, keeping that fact aside, in both the modes the jump was 16 to 17, 18 horsepower on the wheel. So that's around 25% or so on the crank, and the max gain across, if you see at different RPMs, it actually is more than 25%. So even if I compare the acceleration runs which I did in other videos, there was around 25 to 30% gain, like 0 to 160 was 29-30 seconds in stock, and it came down to 21-22 seconds. With this remap, a drop of around 8 seconds over 30 seconds is close to how much is that? It's almost 25%. 25% would be 7.5 seconds. So I would say their claims are true, and I'm very happy with these numbers. I was expecting, of course, we want more. I would wish that my car. So right now it is, let's say, making 120, 122 horsepower. Again, one more thing is the car was serviced around 6,000 kilometers ago, and I haven't really serviced it recently. So maybe if we service it, maybe use some injector cleaners and whatnot, and maybe a newer air filter, maybe I'll get 2-3 horsepower more. But again, keeping that aside, this is what a car would be doing most of the time. We can't really keep it servicing all the time. So this is like a pretty decent figure. I have planned a few more mods on the car. I talked with the Race Concepts, and they said I can go with a cold air intake, intercooler, and a full system exhaust, and the price plus a remap, or maybe I can reprogram this tuning box for those mods. So they said I should be looking at 130 plus horsepower on the crank. Right now, it's around 120. So that's good. I will be doing all these mods. Again, I'm not really sure if I'll be doing a cold air intake or a intercooler upgrade, but for sure I will be going with an exhaust upgrade. So stay tuned. I'm doing my own research meanwhile because these mods cost a lot of money, and I want to make sure that I invest wisely. And I will also be doing some suspension upgrades, stiffening the chassis with strut braces, front and back and under chassis strut braces. Go with IVAC Pro Kit loading springs. So stay tuned to the channel. I will be posting a lot of updates. I already done 2 mods. I have upgraded the brake pads. I have upgraded the headlights. I put projectors in my fog lights. So I'll be posting videos of that. So yeah, stay tuned for more updates. Like I said, last year was busy in MBA, so I wasn't really able to put any videos. But now going on, I'll be putting a lot of videos. I haven't bought a new GoPro Hero 7 Black just for my YouTube channel. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Hope to connect with you. Thank you.